morning. How's your day going?
It's great. I'm out here in Florida trying to enjoy the nice weather and the beach. Out here for work, but everything's good. So, how's your day going?
It's going good. I'm excited to talk about PDC to everybody.
Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely excited. So, we've been working on a lot of different things over the past couple of months. Less than 30 days out. So, trying to share some exciting news with everybody.
Absolutely. We'll probably give it another minute or two, but if you can comment, feel free to comment where you're calling in from, and we'll get started soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to add this to the page so people can go back and watch as well and see what we talk about today. Okay, somebody's calling in from Houston. All right, H-Town, we see you.
What's up, Johnny? Long time no see, man. So, Johnny was a big part of planning Houston's PDC.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Dallas in the building. We just came from Dallas last PDC.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That was fun. All right, looks like we got the okay that we're good to go. So we are live on Instagram, but we are also streaming to LinkedIn and our YouTube. So if you're not connected with us there, then feel free to connect with us. But I'm excited to get started. So let's kick it off. You ready, Maurice?
Ready as I'm ever going to be.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's start with a round of introductions for those who haven't met us. My name is Taylor Jacobs. I have the opportunity to serve as your National Professionals Chair this year. I am based in Los Angeles, but I do hail from Region 2, but I've been in Region 6 the last 6 years now, actually. So I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to talk about PDC. We're taking it to DC, so taking it back to my hometown. So we got some exciting things to share.
Awesome. And good evening, everyone. I'm Maurice Patterson. I am the NSBE Professional Development Conference Planning Chair. So I live in Maryland. I've been in Region 2 all my life, went to the University of Virginia. Now I work with the Navy there for 14 years now. So time has been flying. Also have had the honor to serve as Professionals Chair back in 2016, 2017. So this just gives me an opportunity to stay engaged, take a lot of lessons learned from back when I was chair and try to apply it to today. I am somebody who just loves providing events for our membership, for the people, and just trying to show everybody a good time. So looking forward to talking PDC with everyone.
Absolutely. I love it. All right, well, let's jump into it. So first, Maurice, how about you tell us a little bit about this upcoming conference, let everyone know where it is and the dates.
Awesome. Right. So start with the dates, right? So it's August 21st through the 24th in Washington, D.C., as we mentioned. It's at the Grand Hyatt, Washington. So if you're familiar with D.C., it is right near Capital One Arena, maybe 2 blocks away. So we're in a good part of town, a lot of access to everything, being metro accessible, and a lot of things in walking distance. So we're also looking forward to just having to take advantage of the city while they're there for the conference. So next, I want to get into the theme of the conference, which I think is just, one of the biggest things we've tried to focus on with planning and our execution of this event. So the theme is a purposeful journey from roots to legacy. So everyone should be aware that NSBE is celebrating 50 years this year. The professionals are celebrating, I believe, 36 years of service. And so this is just another opportunity for us to celebrate where we've come as an organization, but also I like to celebrate our attendees, our membership, and I like to hear their stories and their journeys that they've taken through NSBE. So PDC is kind of one of those, I'd say, catalyst events that, help spawns people careers, reinvigorate them about NSBE, also just, creates excitement about different things, creates new opportunities for them. And so my goal with this conference is just focusing on PDC being a part of people's journeys and their careers and their lives, and just continuing to progress that forward.
Okay, awesome. That sounds great. And I did skip one over thing for a few housekeeping. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you are streaming from LinkedIn or YouTube, Deshaun will give us the questions on Instagram and we'll answer them. But if we don't get to all your questions, we'll make sure to follow up. But let's get back to it. No, Maurice, I actually love that, because one of the things you talk about the journey, and we've had a number of PDCs, and I believe the first time we actually met was PDC San Diego, which was my first time attending. So for people who have not attended PDC, let's give them a little bit of insight onto what to expect, as well as your favorite things that have happened at PDC.
Gotcha. So, PDC, our goal is just to provide, I'd say, a lot of impact content to people. So we focus on workshops. So we'll have over 30 workshops for our attendees to attend throughout the course of the event. Some 1 hour workshops, some 2 hour workshops, some hands-on workshops was just something that we put an emphasis on this year, just to kind of switch up from the norm. We still have our networking event, still have our welcome reception, the things that are kind of just staple to PDC. But I think it's the way that we chose our events, chose our workshops, and put things together. Allows for a lot of collaboration, a lot of networking, a lot of, I'd say, different skills that we traditionally haven't seen in the past. So kind of just trying to, what's new, what's on the edge of technology, or, coming up from a, soft skill standpoint as well. And just providing that for our members, and also across all, I say, demographics, ages, years of experience. I want to make sure that, not only are we hitting our younger professionals, want to hit our mid-level professionals, our more seasoned professionals, and provide something for everybody to benefit from. And then also, create collaboration and give our attendees an opportunity to give back to other attendees. So, from my standpoint, that is kind of one of my favorite things about PDC, networking with people, meeting new people, and just learning their perspectives, talking to them, understanding their backgrounds, allowing them to understand my background, trying to find mutual connection areas. I've met a lot of my best friends through NSBE, specifically at PDCs or even conventions. And so, I enjoy that aspect of just building bonds that last the test of time and go beyond PDC. And I have mentors through NSBE that I've met at PDC I still call on to today. People that may not necessarily be a mentor, but I look up to, I value their advice. And so that's probably like the biggest thing I get from every PD. I always meet somebody new. I always learn something new. And I always have a skill that I can transfer into my career or my life, or even transfer to somebody else. You asked what my favorite PDC was. That's kind of hard to say. San Diego was a great time. I had the opportunity to serve on that committee for San Diego, so that's very dear to my heart. When I was professionals chair, we did PDC in Chicago, so that's also near and dear to my heart. That was a great time. But I'd probably say I'd go back to my first PDC. I think it was in Atlanta, so Atlanta is always a good time. And just I was still young. I was on a regional board, still kind of getting introduced to people. So I think that really served as, like, I'd say, a platform for me to start building a lot of the relationships that I have today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's great. And I guess it is something about that first PDC, I would say, because mine was San Diego for sure. I love that PDC. And to your same sentiments, it's really an opportunity for professionals to come together, network, explore different professional content, but also we have great social events. So you get the best of both worlds, honestly, being able to come into that space and get the opportunity to explore a new city. So I would say that being able to do all of those things has really heightened the experience for people and made them want to come back year after year. All right. So at PDC, we always have some fun people that are going to come out, some high level people. So who are the special guests that we're going to have this year in DC, Maurice?
Oh, yeah. So, forgive me. I did not capture everybody's names. I'm slipping on my pen. But we have a lot of great workshop presenters. So looking forward to that. A lot of people are local. Some people have been to past PDCs before, put on great workshops. So we're bringing some of those back. We have people at convention that put on great workshops, bringing those people back. I think a couple of things that I'm really looking forward to, and I won't give you everybody's name. So starting with opening session, we have a cameo for somebody very important. I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm glad that we got the honor to work with them. They're actually going to provide the opening remarks for us. So I think that's big, given the climate that we're in this year. So I won't say who, but be on the lookout for that. That's really big. And then I'm going to skip ahead, go to Saturday, because we have you on a panel with a couple of people from the area. We have somebody from the Department of Energy, I believe, and then we also have somebody from the mayor's office. So I won't spoil their names either, but it was big to get them involved. I'm looking forward to that panel. As you guys talk about transitions and things of that nature. So I think that'll be a good one. But I think what really has me most excited is that on that Thursday, we have David Banner serving as our keynote for our luncheon. And so getting him in there talking about STEM and social justice, advancing activism in the Black community, really looking forward to that. Fireside chat, sorry. Looking forward to that fireside chat and having him, just share his wisdom with us, share his experiences. As you know, he's an actor, had a music career, but he's really over the past couple of years done a lot from an activism standpoint. So looking to get his perspective and to share that with our attendees at the conference. So I'd say by far that's my favorite thing in terms of a keynote speaker that we have.
All right. Way to share some, but also keep some a surprise. I guess you have to register to really see some of the surprise guests that Maurice was referring to. But David Banner is going to be huge. I'm so excited we have him coming out, especially with everything going on right now. It's going to be a super cool opportunity to have him come and speak to our attendees. All right, so now we got through some of the highlights. So let's jump into the agenda. Can you give us some highlights for the agenda that we can expect?
Oh, yeah. So I touched on opening session already. So I'll jump back and forth between several things. So opening session, we actually have that sponsored by Jacobs. So they will also be providing a keynote speaker, but that is outside of the special guest I mentioned that's doing the opening remarks. We have our welcome reception that night. So it'll be an immediate transition from opening session to the welcome reception. And that's kind of your first big opportunity to network with other attendees, right? So you may have came in either that Wednesday or maybe even Tuesday night. And so now you get to fellowship with people, start making your connections, catching up on older friendships. Because, with Nesby, some of us, we only see each other once or twice a year, right? So it's kind of an opportunity to get that family reunion vibe, start connecting with people. And, really a light day, right? So, first day of conference, you're kind of just relaxing, chilling, getting your feet wet. And then we transition into Thursday, hit the ground running with workshops. We have our career expo. So excited about that. We have a mixture of companies that'll be there as well as graduate school. So if you're looking to pursue higher education, there's opportunity for you there. If you're looking to switch jobs, there's an opportunity for you there. Even if you're not looking to switch jobs, but, just considering all your options at all times. We'll have several companies there for you to talk to. So that list of companies will be posted soon. I'm looking at a question from LinkedIn right now, tying perfectly into what I'm saying. Yes, companies do hire at PDC. So update your resume, update your LinkedIn, make sure you're prepared to have those conversations, have your elevator pitch ready. I will say at PDC, don't just focus on the Career Expo. They're there the entire weekend, right? So you have opportunities to go to the Career Expo, but also outside of that, maybe see them in the hallway, maybe see them in a workshop. We have our career engineer networking mixers. That is another opportunity to engage with companies, find out what job openings that they have, and just keep the conversation going at every touch point throughout the conference. So, like I said, a lot of companies there looking to hire people. So we're really excited about that, and talking with these companies, they are like, hey, we are looking for professionals.
Right.
So please, if you're looking for a job, take advantage of it. If you're not happy with your job, you're just considering all your options, take it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's kind of the biggest highlights on Thursday. I already talked about David Banner. Talked about the Career Expo. We have a marketplace. So marketplace is set up for, vendors that are entrepreneurs looking to sell various things, merchandise. We have, I think, about 6 to 8 vendors that'll be there. And the good thing about this, they'll kind of be in the heart of where the workshops are taking place at, just because of how the space works out. So you'll be able to, see them on Thursday and Friday. A lot of good products are being sold. Some, they sell at Essence Fest, they sell at National Convention, other conferences and things of that nature. So, the opportunity to have them at PDC is actually big for us. So looking forward to that. Going to Friday, Friday, Thursday's our biggest day. So Friday, we kind of start to wind down a little bit, not a lot. So if you're familiar with Diverse by Design that happens at convention, we have that at PDC as well. So that is another opportunity to network with executives. It's set up as a roundtable event. So a lot of good conversations happen. A lot of networking happen. We have data that shows a lot of people get jobs from that event alone. And so, take advantage of that. That is an invite-only event. So if you get invited, please show up and take advantage of what that event has to offer for you. We have Marketplace still going on Friday. But then we started to kind of transition into the evening. And, the biggest thing on Friday is our Evening of Excellence. So that is our gala where we're recognizing a lot of outstanding individuals, outstanding companies, and it's just a time of celebration, right? So I started this off by saying, Nesby's doing 50 years, Professional 36 years. So it's a continual celebration of just the impact that people and companies have made on society, on their companies, on other people's lives. And so, I think we do a lot of workshops, we do a lot of networking, but, just taking the opportunity to recognize people is big, and, people deserve their flowers while they're still here. So looking forward to that. Then Saturday. So we have Coffee with the Chairs event. Looking forward to that. I'll focus on talking about, transitions in your career, transitions in your life, and just, providing the audience with perspective, feedback if they have questions, but really just kind of, supporting people. So one of the things that I've come across a lot in Nesby is that, hey, I'm looking to make a move. Mm-hmm. Unhappy where I'm at. How do I go about moving on to my next step, right? Or in life, I want to buy a house, right? Or I want to do this. How do I go about setting myself up to move to the next step? So looking forward to having that conversation. And then from that conversation, we're going to transition to, I'd say one of my favorite things about the conference in general. We do have our Edward Barnett Jr. Scholarship event, which is a boat brunch that'll be taking place on the Odyssey DC. So that was kind of one of the first things we wanted to lock down was our scholarship event. And then, DC is all about it. So being able to mix a couple of things together and make that happen, that is a highlight of Saturday. And then we've also coordinated a couple of tours at the African American Museum. So you'll see information about that for people that may not want to go to the boat or maybe get out in the city, other things. Also have the opportunity to go to the museum and experience that. And if you haven't been before, I highly and it's just set up. I'd say it's probably not a word it doesn't, but there's a lot of meaning and impact just by being in there and taking that tour. So yeah, those are kind of the biggest highlights. I do want to highlight something else, using the word highlight a lot, but with our conference there, even though we have a lot of activity, a lot of workshops, things planned, there is time to get out in the city, right? So when we started choosing these more desirable locations, we want to take advantage of the city. We want our people to go out, experience the culture of the city, experience DC. There's a lot of great food in DC, a lot of museums in DC. Mm-hmm. So, we don't have something that interests you, get out in the city and just explore on your own. So we're metro accessible, so you can pretty much get anywhere in the city. And, just take advantage of that, right? So it's not often that you get these opportunities to, mix fun business. So take advantage.
Yeah. And honestly, that's one of my favorite things about PDC because you get the opportunity to get the professional content. You're going to network. You get to have social events where, for instance, brunch with a purpose, but we also have things curated for you to experience the nation's capital. There's, growing up in the DMV area, you take advantage of how many people have not experienced DC. So I think your team has done a really great job making sure that people have the opportunity to experience the nation's capital, setting up the tours with the museum, doing the brunch cruise, while also getting that professional experience. So honestly, what more could you ask for, right? It's going to be an awesome time. So what did you say?
Oh, I said it's going to be a great time.
It's going to be amazing. So now that we have all the information about PDC, we will also be doing the back to school drive, right, where we can donate items as well that we'll be giving to a local school. So we're also making sure that we're coming here, but also giving back to the students in DC. So I'm really excited about that. So now that everyone wants to come, Maurice, can you tell us how to register?
Oh, absolutely. So if you go to pdc-nesby.org, you'll see a big register button on the homepage. Go there, register, sign up for these events. Oh, speaking of, one of the things I forgot to mention, and I know I'll get in trouble if I don't do this. One of the trainings that we Yellow Belt certification training, that is also happening on Tuesday. And so there's still slots available for that. I think that's a great opportunity as well, because we offer it at a discounted price. So you come there, you spend the whole day doing certification, really before most of the content kicks off for the conference, and then you still get to participate in the conference. So if you're interested in Yellow Belt certification training, please sign up for that. I can't stress enough how many people sign up for it, and go back to their companies and like, I got a raise or I got this opportunity because I did this. And so we're looking to, continue those experiences, create those positive moments for people. So yes, that is one of the things you can sign up for in your registration. So how do you register again? Sorry. pdc-nesby.org. Go there, big button that says register. Regular registration ends on July 31st. So I believe that is next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I was trying to look at a calendar, but I believe that is next Wednesday. So after that, rates will jump up. I will say significantly. So please take advantage of regular registration. Sign up for all the events that you want to participate in, and go from there. And if you're having registration issues, because things just happen, you can email me at pdcchair@nesby.org, and I'll put both of those in the chat.
Okay, perfect. That will be great. Thank you, Maurice. And yes, how could we forget the Yellow Belt training? That is super awesome.
I know. It was on my notes, but I started jumping all over the place.
I mean, there's just so many things to offer. We had one of them slip our mind, but no, that's great. So we have regular registration open until, like you said, next Wednesday. So definitely make sure that you go in and register as soon as possible. We've gone over a number of the amazing activities, events, workshops, special guests, our service activities, as well as opportunities to brunch with a purpose and get out into the city. So it's going to be an amazing time. Our PDC committee has been working really, really hard on this conference. So I'm super excited. And I will answer one of the other questions that we got from LinkedIn. But if you do have any more questions, feel free to put them in the chat here on Instagram or on LinkedIn, and they will get over to us. But one of the questions that someone asked was, what is your most memorable moment at PDC? And I would have to say probably at the Miami Evening of Excellence. They recognized the first professional African-American engineer that came through Miami. And it was a standing ovation. It was super, super awesome to have him there, to be there to celebrate with us. And it just really reminded me what it means to be a professional engineer and how far we've come. And for him to be in that room with us and show up, I think everyone was just so moved. And so that was probably one of my favorite memories. But it really does go back to the whole point of PDC, to celebrate ourselves, to celebrate professional engineers. And we do a great job at that. So I'm excited to do that and do that in DC and have some special guests come out. Yeah, someone else said in chat, that was a great moment. Yeah, that was super awesome. So Maurice, do you want to share your most memorable moment at PDC?
I could. So for those that know me, I just like to relax and have a good time. So being in San Diego when we threw the pool party, that was a great time. But outside of that, in terms of content, I know I mentioned Atlanta kind of being my favorite overall, just from the standpoint of that was really my first one, and I started meeting people, and it just kind of escalated from there. Man, it's so many. Like we've had so many keynotes. Everyone provides something different. I think as far as having the biggest impression on me when I was younger, I'd say Scottsdale. Overall content from the workshops to the networking events. I don't necessarily remember who the keynote was there, but I do remember the workshops and me going back to work and trying to apply things that I've learned here and there, and just my manager like loving it and just amazed. And I'm like, I just went through a conference that I paid for myself, and maybe next year I go and I can continue to. But yeah, just taking that overall, and just bringing that back to work and using it in my career. Scottsdale is probably the most impactful for me there.
Absolutely. No, that's great. And I think we have one more question. Someone did ask about our company's hiring and everything. So what companies can we expect to see at PDC and who are our sponsors?
Okay. Yes, I'll go through sponsors overall. And I made a list so I don't forget anybody.
Awesome.
So we have Apple, they're sponsoring. I mentioned we have Jacob sponsoring the opening session. We have Raytheon Technologies. We have Turner Construction. We have AstraZeneca. We have Honeywell. We have Schneider Electric. We have BAE Systems. We have Corning, and we have George Washington University.
Awesome. A lot of great companies. And I think even if your company is still interested, I don't think it's too late to still get involved with us as
Not
well.
at all. We still have opportunities for sponsorship and participation in this conference. So if your company is interested, please just email me at pdcchair@nesby.org. We'll start that conversation, get you connected with the right people. But yes, we still have people signing on. So we'll have a bigger list. I'd say, honestly, within a week, we'd have more companies signed on, solidifying their role within PDC. But yes, there will be a lot of companies there just for you to network and engage with and just see where things go.
Awesome. It sounds exciting. I can't wait. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for PDC to be in my hometown and people to experience the beauty of the nation's capital. So it's going to be an excellent, excellent conference. Did you have anything else that you wanted to share? Those are the questions that we had to present to you all. So if there are any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat again or message them. I know that Maurice put his email in the chat, and I will also put mine. So if there's anything that you have that comes up after this session, feel free to reach out to us and we can answer them as soon as possible. But if you have anything as of now, you can use the chat while we're here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions. I'm scrolling back up to the top. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add at the moment. I do believe we're doing this again next week. We're doing a part 2.
Yes, we are doing a part 2. So join us here on Instagram Live.
I got to find some more information so it isn't the same thing over and over.
So someone's in the chat, how much support have the pros gotten from the students for this conference? And we've actually gotten a good amount of support. We will actually have Taylor Scott, our national chair, attending. So she will be doing me and her will also be joining the Coffees with the Chair that Saturday morning. So that'll be exciting to have both of us there for one of the events. And then we do have a few other students from the NEB who are also attending the conference. Luckily, a number of them also are in the DMV area, so we're happy to have their support. So it's going to be great. It will be an opportunity we've seen over the last few years, a few students still coming out to enjoy, network with the professionals, etc. So I'm excited.
Yeah. You see the next question?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait for that one. I think we're gonna. So the question is, what city is the next PDC 2025 in? Just curious. So isn't that the $1 million question?
Right.
Now we're gonna be excited to announce that at PDC this year, actually. So stay tuned. We will be sharing that at this upcoming PDC. That's a great question, though. It's an exciting location.
I'm looking forward to the announcement myself. Um,
Awesome.
I think
I will put my
question.
email. Oh, sorry, you all.
I know that's not your email.
No, I know. I hit send too quickly. Sorry. All right, I have put my email as well.
Ooh, any past pro chair event scheduled?
That's a great question.
So I do know it probably doesn't directly answer the question, but I know with Jasmine running the Nesby Incubator, that event is being, I guess, facilitated and planned in conjunction with some of the past professional chairs. But I feel like your question is like, is there a meetup or is there something like that? To be determined. Let's you know where to find me at, so let's we can.
All right, and we got one more question that says they joined in a little late, so they wanted to know when is PDC. So I think that's a good way to close out. Let's restate when PDC is, where it is, and yeah, just at the high level, your overview.
Yep. So PDC, August 21st through the 24th in Washington, D.C. at the Grand Hyatt, Washington. So one of the things I didn't mention earlier. So yes, you can go to the website and register, pdc-nesby.org. You can also go there to make your hotel reservation. So please do that before the room block is filled up.
Awesome. All right, confirm if there's any more questions on LinkedIn. We'll give that one more minute, but if not, then we'll wrap it up. Maurice and I have put our emails in the chat. Thank you all so much for joining. We can't wait to see you next month. And like Maurice mentioned, regular registration does close next Wednesday. We will make a few more posts, but grab your coworkers, grab your friends, and grab a ticket to come to PDC. It's going to be a great time.
Absolutely. I think we may be good on the questions.
All right. No more on LinkedIn either. So we will see you all next week when we go live one more time. And then we will see you next month in DC. Have a great night, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.